finally, in Love, Simon, we follow Simon, and Simon is like any other normal teenager in high school. He has great friends, great family, a great life, except he holds one secret close to his heart, and that is he's gay, and doesn't know how to come out and how to tell his friends and family that he's gay. But someone at their school anonymously announced that he is also gay, and they start emailing back and forth, and they start to form this relationship, and the both of them work together to not only fall in love, but to come out to the world as gay. And ladies and gentlemen, I adored Love, Simon, and I think the entire world should go see this movie so much. Now look, I know y'all guys know that I have a weak spot for the young adult genre. It's a genre that I rally behind, I get behind. I think everyone goes through the teenage era, and everyone has been teenagers, and they know the scary, the complicated, the confusing, the excitement that is of being a teenager, and how you want so much for your life, but you don't know anything about your life, and I really rally behind that, and I think Love, Simon represents all those themes beautifully in this thing. If my theater experience is any future predictions, I think Love, Simon is about to be a landmark, an anthem for the LGBT community, and one that I can rally behind and say, yes, that is a good movie. That deserves the praise. As sad as it is in 2018 to say that this film feels refreshing, but it does. It feels refreshing. It feels like a love letter to the old John Hughes films of the past, but also being a welcoming addition to a new era. We have to talk about Nick Robertson. You've seen him in other films like Everything, Everything and Jurassic World, but man, oh man, did this movie really put him on the map. He is a star. He feels like this sort of hybrid of Tom Hanks in Big and James Stewart as George Bailey in It's a Wonderful Life. You just like him. He oozes likability and love and compassion. You really root for this kid, and you love him regardless of whatever situations that he goes in, good or bad. Yes, this movie is super sappy, unrealistic depiction of love, but ladies and gentlemen, we've had so many heterosexual unrealistic fairy tale love stories. It's about time that we have one that's different. Now look, Love, Simon is not technically a perfect film. Yes, it plays by the rom-com formula, but for me, I actually find that to be kind of the charm of the movie. My only real gripes with the film is there are some forced line delivery, and maybe some of the lines get a little too cheesy for its own good, but none of that stuff really takes away from the overall experience. And there's also a character in this movie, I think his name is Malcolm or Mike or something on the lines of that. He has blonde hair, and it's he plays like the bully, not so bully of the story, and his character I think could have been a lot more interesting and compelling. I just don't think he's punished for his actions quite enough, and I don't think he's redeemed quite enough. I couldn't feel compassion or relate to as much as I wanted to, but I definitely felt like there was meat there than the film had time to give. Because at the end of the day, this is Simon's story, and I think that Simon's story is so beautifully represented. I think a lot of the supporting cast of this movie really just steal every scene that they have, but no one steals the show, in my humble opinion, than Jennifer Gardner. Oh my god, did Jennifer Gardner get a scene in this movie, and it just had me weeping and crying, and I was just like, oh my gosh, she did that. She did that. Now look, I don't think you have to be gay or a member of the LGBT community to enjoy this movie. I think there's a lot there for gay, straight, bisexual, transgender. I think any walks of life, even if you're struggling in your career choices, I think you can pull things out of this film. I think that this is a movie for everyone. And normally I would say you don't have to go see this movie in the theaters, but if my theater experience is any indication, then you have to go see this movie in the theaters. I thought this movie was quite the theater experience. Everyone was there in all different walks. We had adults, we had a lot of teens, but we had all sorts of different individuals, and they were all really rallying behind this film, and I love to see something like that. Overall, Love, Simon is an anthem. It's a declaration. It has purpose, it has reasons, but it has heart, and the characters are likable. The supporting cast kills it. They steal the show, and I definitely think that this is a movie that you have to go see. It has true representation. It feels earnest. It feels proud, and I absolutely love this movie. As a score goes, I'm going to give Love, Simon a 4.5 out of 5. Yes, I know that is a pretty darn high score, but I feel like what this film sets out to accomplish, it pretty much does it near perfectly. And I highly recommend that you go see this movie. Love is love. And until next time, you guys, I'm the Slasher Movie, and you guys have just been slashed.